Hello guys, welcome to Crack the Vault video for, what is this, October. Yes, October. We upload our videos on the third Friday of every month, and I am so behind. It is a 12-month collaboration. Jamie, who is Poetspice, is the hostess with the mostest, you know, and I can't find my paperwork. That's what I'm looking for. And there are a lot of wonderful crafters who play along with us every month. I don't know why it's not here on the desktop. But anyway, I will have a list of everyone who's participating in the box below. There are hashtags, and if you want to play along, play along. It has been a wonderful collaboration for me. I think I've done it the last 3 years maybe, and it has been one of the best collaborations because it makes me use product that I sometimes don't even realize or think about it's in there. And that's going to be the thing with this, what I use today. Well, today, the weekend, or whatever. Sorry guys, my voice is going. My mind's eye, they used to have the prettiest paper, 6x6s, 12x12s, and I still had some left over from years ago. I don't even have any of these were sold as individual sheets. 99 cents. This is from 2010, and they have different names. It's Lost and Found. This one is Home Sweet Home. That's what that one was. And they just all had separate names, and that one is Pretty in Pink or something. But I had all these pages, and then I can remember I had almost all of the 6x6 papers, and I used to use it all the time. And when the pads got down to where there were only a few sheets, I ripped out, you know, I didn't want to have all those messed up paper pads, you know. Well, I won't say messed up, but you know, thin little pads that only had a little paper left. So I pulled all the papers out of the half-used pads, and I stuck them in an envelope. And I never remembered them again. I never thought about it after that. And I stopped looking to use those in my crafting. So, like I said, I had these few sheets, and I was going to do that. But then I came across, you have to dig through your stuff, people. I came across some of the 6x6 pads, and I needed an album for a friend. And I did a flip album. You know, I made the spine, the outside. I made the cover, and I used chipboard, and I used a sheet of this to make the pad. This is part of, I used both sides of this to make my cover. And then I used all of the smaller, the 6x6 pages to make my pages. So I'm going to show you that. I'm just going to show you. These are papers that I got left, and I'm going to leave these out because I really, really want to get rid of them. And that one is kind of that. And then you got this one. And they can all be used together, and that was what I really liked about my mind's eye, is that you could interchange. This one has polka dots. You could interchange the colors. You know, the different paper pads were kind of interchangeable sometimes. So this album, and I'm going to show you because I found some scraps to make my spine. This paper, I don't even know where it came from, but it was pretty scratched up because I pulled it out of the scrap folder. This is a piece of trim that I found in my drawer, and this, I don't remember who it's by, but it was stuck on a piece of wax paper, because I must have tried to use it before, and then I just cut some wax paper and stuck it in and put it on a little plastic bag. So it was in my embellishment drawer, so I just pulled that out, and then I don't know, I raised this up and I just mounted it on there because those aren't together. But anyway, this is what my album looks like. And I think this camera is gonna die before I can finish. So I put the flips on both sides. The spine is about 1.5 inches. Oops, sorry. And I'm going to tell you what, no, the spine is 1 inch. It is 4.5 across and 8.25 tall. Guys, I forgot how to do this. I used to make these all the time and literally it took forever. I'm trying to use up stuff before I start giving stuff away, you know, and or selling stuff because I'm going to downsize this room some. So anyway, I'm only going to flip the pages, and this one just says every day is a special occasion. And all of these were different pads. I don't know if you can see that. But all of these were different pads, and I just love how it turned out. And you can do your 2 by 2.5 by 3.5 pictures, or even like when you put 2 on a 4 by 6, you can do 3 by 2, whatever. So you can use the smaller photos to put on here. And like I said, all of these were different. Some, you know, it had 2 pages. I know I saw that on this side too. So there it is. And then this one is just matted down. And then there's this one. I really like this, and I got a request for a couple of albums, and I think that this would be a style that I would redo because it holds its shape so well, and this would really hold quite a few pictures. And that is my album. This one is taped down just because I didn't like when I got that one and flipped it. I'm like, oh no, we need some more down there. So that's why those are there. Guys, I really like this. And like I said, it took me a while because I couldn't find my instructions, and it was like I had to get in my head and do the measurements and get them wrote down before I could start cutting paper. And so, but I did it, and it is finished. Isn't that cute? That is, and this is another piece of trim where I think this was all I had left. It cut off maybe 1.5 inches, and it was there to pick up some of the pink. But that is my album, guys. And I'm giving this to someone. They had some pictures and they didn't have an album and didn't want to really, didn't like anything they saw in the store. So I'm gonna see if she likes this one. And she always uses the smaller photos. So we'll see how she likes it. But that is it. I don't know, I'm still not really happy with this. It's like felt. And I used it on the spine because it was flexible. It was more flexible than trying to use cardstock. But I think it still looks good. It still looks kind of vintagey. But anyway, guys, that is my project. And I'm so behind. So I want to get this video going. And go by, check out all the ladies, and I will see you next month, November, on the 3rd Friday. So have a good evening, have a good weekend, and I will see you in the next video.